Hmm? My hobbies? My hobbies. Oh, that's tough. Let me see. Well, uh, I'm into the outdoors. I'm into outdoors, hiking, nature walks, climbing, rock climbing, mountain climbing, cliff jumping, skydiving, stuff like that. No big deal. I like the beach, of course. Surfing, windsurfing, paddleboarding, snorkeling, scuba. Anything at the beach. Occasionally do the toe-in surfing on the 100-foot waves when I get the chance. When my buddy's got a boat, so we do water skiing, stuff like that. On the beach do sandcastle building sometimes, and yeah, in the summer I'll sometimes do snow castle sculpting. You know what I mean? Just put that together. I've been in a couple competitions. I didn't win, no big deal. It's just a hobby. You know what I mean? Uh, I'm into swimming. Breaststroke, freestyle, backstroke, Frogger style. Like boating, yachting, canoeing, rafting, any size boat really doesn't matter. I like boats. Boats are chill. I'm into fishing. Bass, salmon, fly fishing, deep water fishing. Sometimes I catch sharks. You know what I mean? Just catch and release. I don't want to hurt the environment, so I just catch and release. What else? Let's see. I'm into lumberjacking. Lumberjacking, that's fun. I like collecting. Collecting. I collect stamps, sports cards, insects, boogers, newspapers, magazines, coins, vinyl records. Do a lot of collecting. I'm also into preservation. Care about the earth. Want to preserve the dolphins, the elephants, the rainforest. Killerback whales. Got to preserve those guys. I'm totally into sustainable, recyclable life, you know what I mean? Like zero carbon footprint, you know what I mean? So I totally live off the grid, solar panels. Actually, I got a small windmill in my backyard out there. And the windmill blades are made of solar panels too, so I got all the directions of energy coming. Actually, I dug a well too. I got a well out there, so I use a reverse osmosis filter for the water, so I'm just totally off the grid, self sufficient. You know what I mean? I don't want to rely on society for that stuff. What else? Yeah, I'm into hunting. Hunting is fun. Elk, deer, duck, wild turkey, boar, gorilla, rabbit. I just use a trank gun though. I don't want to. I don't want to kill anyone. I just use a trank gun. Just tag them, trank them, and tag them. Take a little picture, put it on Facebook. You know what I mean? I'm into traveling. I go to as many countries as possible. I had to get a new passport because I didn't have enough pages. You know what I mean? So I got so many stamps in my passport. I'm trying to go to all 7 continents. I haven't been to Antarctica yet, but maybe this summer I'll go to Antarctica. Let's see what else. I'm into sports, of course. Sports. I play baseball, soccer, basketball, hockey, football, polo, lacrosse, golf, bowling, rugby, table tennis, cricket, archery. I'm into all that. Skateboarding, inline skating, roller skating, any kind of skating is chill. I love skating. Juggling. Juggling is fun. I'm up to 8 balls with a bowling ball and a chainsaw. I'm trying to get it up to 10. But I gotta work on that a little bit. It's just a hobby. What I mean? I gotta work on it. What else? I'm into parkour. Parkour. I jump off buildings sometimes. I think next year might be jumping off the Eiffel Tower, but I gotta train for that. You know what I mean? It's tough. Eiffel Tower. So what else? Mountain biking. I'm into mountain biking, downhill biking, BMX. No brakes. You know what I mean? So you just gotta rough the terrain. You know what I mean? And let's see what else. Occasionally do arts and crafts. Nothing too big, just trinkets and lanyards and leather material things like small jewelry. Some basket weaving too. Origami, like folding stuff. I just make little swans, boats, hats. Lions, blue whales. Nothing too big. Uh, photography. Photography, yeah. Wide angle lens, close up, stock photos, landscapes. Fish eyes. Really into photography. I got a couple of photos in Time magazine a few years back, but it's just a hobby. It's no big deal. What else? I cut stones. Diamonds, emeralds, opals, rubies, sapphires, amethysts. Anything really. And I do the mining myself. You just go deep into the coal mines. Sometimes you get the nice diamonds down there. So, I mean, you get the black lung a little bit, but it's no big deal. I mean, I don't do it too much. I'm also into alchemy, metallurgy. I just melt iron down. I just make steel with the smelt iron. Make some chain mail, some plate mail. forging katanas and daggers, and I'm also into ceramics, of course. Ceramics is fun. Cups, plates. I make pots. Use the pottery wheel, do some wood carvings, just like animals, signs, engravings, just like sometimes with a chainsaw, you know what I mean? That's fun. You should try that. I recommend that. Uh, I'm into driving, sports cars, stock cars, taxis, gondolas, rickshaws, even the occasional hybrid SUV. My buddy's got one of those. He lets me drive. It's all right. It's horsepower. It's okay. It's just a hobby. No big deal. I'm into gardening. I make tea from scratch. Grow the leaves, dry them out in the sun, grind them up, drink the fresh tea. Oh, that's the best. You gotta try that. It's the best. Got a few bonsai trees. I do just a little every day. It's a little bit bonsai trees. I have my own organic farm too. I just grow vegetables. Tomatoes, corn, lettuce, carrots, potatoes, grapes. I have my own wine vineyards where I grow the grapes. So I brew my own beer and I distill my own wine too. I got a 5-year vintage working on. I'm working on that right now. Maybe I'll open those up next week. Yeah, sounds good. I'm also into cooking, organic cooking, raw food, vegan, vegetarian, high protein, you name it. I can cook it, anything. And along those lines, foraging for food, mushroom hunting, herb hunting, berries. I can identify all the berries. So if you got a question about like poison berries, you can just ask me. No big deal. Bird watching, of course. Bird watching. Get the binoculars. Eagles, hawks, pigeons, blue jays, hummingbirds. Anything with wings is chill. I do a little volunteer work too, got to help out the homeless, the less fortunate, I give them every other Sundays, I'd like to do more, but I'm just so busy with work and stuff, so that's all I can do is just every other Sunday. It's chill, man, the people down there are so chill. Let's see, of course I pay more taxes than I'm supposed to, just to help out the economy, we're in the recession, so I just pay as much taxes as possible. I'm into fitness. Fitness is chill. Yoga, Pilates, hot yoga, weightlifting, running, sprinting, Tai Chi, triathlons, marathons, obstacle courses. I do all that. Next week. I got the Iron Tough Man, something, I forget the name. I do so many of them, so. I also do some doomsday prepping. I have a bunker actually under my house. I got a full arsenal of assault weapons. Don't tell the feds. All right. I got freeze-dried food for 3 years. I got water packets, Tang, that sort of stuff. Just any, freeze-dried food. You can eat it forever. It's no big deal. I'm into gaming, chess club. I was in a few top-level tournaments. I was not grandmaster, but master. I mean, it's just a hobby, so I couldn't really devote that much time to it. But I'm into anything competitive, you know what I mean? Billiards, darts, fencing, poker, blackjack, anything like that. Professional gaming, like StarCraft, Dota, Call of Duty, Street Fighter, I do that. I'm into martial arts, you know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu, karate, kendo, judo, sumo, taekwondo. I did all that when I was a kid. Haven't really done it too much since, but, it was kind of a kid thing. I'm into breeding dogs. Actually, I have a kennel. I'm working on a few new breeds right now. I'm trying to get a Great Dane to mix with a pug. I'm going to call it a Great Pug. I think, it's just like a huge pug. I think people will love that. Be good for the kids. What else? I'm into, let's see, architecture. I designed a few skyscrapers. Got some blueprints I'm working on. A couple little coffee shops. Nothing too big. Of course, I'm into literature, books, reading, writing, poetry, short fiction, novels, biographies, stuff like that. Of course, I do some drawing, painting, acrylic, watercolor, pencil sketches, anything artistic is chill. I like that. Actually, I got my own gallery opening up next year. You might be able to see some of my work. So that'll be good. I'm also into electronic engineering. Actually, I built my own computer. I made burned the circuit board myself. I made a shortwave radio. Simple stuff like that. No big deal. I just do it free time. You know what I mean? I do a bit of coding. Programming, C++, Java, Python. Nothing too big really. Of course, let's see. I like dancing. Dancing is fun. You know, the ladies love dancing. You know, so you got to be into that. I do tango, ballet, jazz, hip hop, pole dancing. I got a few gigs actually next week doing pole dancing. You can come out and see me. Of course, music. Now, that music that's my love. That's my passion. Music. You know, I can play guitar, piano, violin, accordion, cello, drums, bass, clarinet, little flute, saxophone. Of course, saxophone. I can play saxophone. I do singing. You know, singing too, opera singing. You know, pop singing. I'm in an a cappella Eurobeat band too. Actually, we got that. We got a gig next week. You should come check us out. We're pretty good. Uh, what else? I'm into fashion. Fashion is chill, you know. I'm into the latest trends, you know what I mean? Like Gucci, Abercrombie, you know, hats, shirts, accessories, shoes. I'm into all that. I do a little designing too by myself. I do, you know, t-shirts, outerwear, you know, stuff like that. Nothing too big. So yeah, of course I'm into sewing, you know, crocheting, knitting, making buttons, stuff like that. Let's see, taxidermy, I'm into that too sometimes. I find some roadkill on the side of the street, I'll just stuff it up and put it on the wall, you know, but actually I don't really keep those things. I donate them to the homeless shelter, you know, gotta help out, you know. Recently I've actually been into yo-yoing. I started doing that. I can do all the tricks, you know, walk the dog around the world, stuff like that. But, yeah, how about you? What are you into?